Morning.
Good morning, little fella. Late for school. You'll be kept in after, you know. All right,
Yes, just so happens I've got a velvet coat inside. It's very good for laying over puddles.
watch it, mate. Hey, you know Lorna, don't you?
Yeah, sure I do. Lorna Shawcross, isn't it? How do you do it? Mind you?
Ken Barlow.
The very same, yes. How long would it be now? 10, 20 years?
All right, no need to go into that.
I'll get your stuff out of the back.
Right, what's all this then? In the moonlight?
It looks a bit like it, doesn't it? No. Auntie Annie's asked me to come and stay at the Rovers for a few days till I find a better flat. The one I'm living at the moment's really grotty.
Oh, so you're back up here then?
Over at the hospital. One of Florence Nightingale's merry men.
Good, good. That means we're seeing a bit more of you.
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Splendid. I always say you can't have too many beautiful girls on the street this side.
Oh, you didn't used to say that.
No. Then you didn't used to look like that, did you?
Oh, don't you start.
No. Wait a minute, you want your hand with that, but
No, I saw that. Come on.
Right.
See you then.
See you then. Bye-bye then.
Anything else, Mrs. Sharples?
There was, but I'm blowed if I can bring it to mind.
Oh, well, if you do think on, you've not got far to come now. How are things over at the centre, anyway? You busy?
Oh, as well as can be expected, I suppose, considering...
Considering what?
Considering that long-haired lot that use the games room would make as much noise as the charge of the light brigade and leave the place looking like somebody had a case's court every night.
Oh, I see. You're, finding it a bit of a handful, are you?
A bit.
You don't think perhaps you've, taken on more than you can chew with that job? I mean, at your time of life, like.
The day I bite off more than I can chew, but the day I spit it out. And I won't need to come in here for you to tell me, Maggie Clegg.
Morning. Well, it can't be something I said.
No, it wasn't. It was something I said.
Oh?
I think it's getting her down a bit. The job, you know, at the centre.
How do you mean, getting her down?
Well, she's a very house-proud woman, is Mrs. Sharples. And if there's one thing she can't stand, it's folk coming into her all and, mucking it up.
Oh, heck, she's got a bit of a nasty shock coming then, hasn't she?
Well?
As bad as others.
Oh, no. If this goes on, I'll have flaming nightmares about that 402 line. Well, come on, tell us the bad news.
2 inches, just like rest of them.
Yeah? Oh, I have to go back, you know. Yeah. How many's that in this batch?
There's 80.
Oh.
It's that buyer again, Elsie. Miss hoity-toity Powell. They're not same, these bosses, you know.
You be careful what you say. I'm one of the bosses. Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Powell. Yes, that's right. The last 4 we've had have been at least 2 inches over tolerance. Yes, I know they have an A classification, Mrs. Powell, but I'm just telling you what we found. Well, of course, I'm sure. We've checked and double-checked them. It just looks like the entire order will have to go back. Well, look, you don't have to take my word for it. Just come down to inspection and measure them for yourself.
Problems?
Oh, Mrs. Powell, our queen bee of the buyers. She thinks there's a concoction up here to try and get rid of her best suppliers.
Formidable lady, Mrs. Powell.
Yes, I'm told.
We just stopped at the canteen, Mrs. Howard. Do you want to take it down?
No, thank you, love.
Oh, all right.
Do you ever have the funny feeling that you're being watched?
Frequently. Well, how are things, anyway?
Oh, fine.
I was hoping we could have gone out for lunch again today, but I seem to have got myself lumbered with Peter Bromley.
Oh, in that case, it'll just have to be fish and chip tips at number 11 Coronation Street.
You go home for lunch every day, then?
Yes, well, Alan's garage is just round the corner, and we try and have dinner together whenever we can.
Didn't he wonder where you were yesterday?
No. I told him where I was before I went.
Oh, and he didn't mind?
No, why should he?
Well, I know a lot of men who would. I would.
So would he, if he thought there was anything to mind about.
And, of course, there isn't.
No.
Oh, Rose, your turn. Simon? Hey, how are you, mate? How's it going? She's not still around, is she? Oh, he wants his eyes tested. And his brains and all. What, you didn't phone me just to tell me that, did you? Oh, go on. What, the self-service bay? Yes. Make a bomb, yeah, sure. Of course I'm interested. It was half my idea, wasn't it? How much? Oh, where's he get that sort of money? He can't have, surely, no. But you don't want to answer straight away, do you? No, I'll think about it and I'll let you know, OK? Well, thanks for thinking about me. Right, see you, ta-ra.
Anyone important, dear?
Well, in a way, yeah.
Oh?
There's one of the lads from the garage down in Chiswick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've thinking about opening this self-service bay, you know, and he wanted to know if I fancied chipping in my two-penny and joining him.
And do you?
Well, it'll be a little gold mine, I can tell you that for sure, but I don't know. Got a lot to sort out up here first, haven't I?
If you did decide to join them, love, when would you be leaving?
Well, there's no rush. I mean, I haven't even got a site yet, but when things do start happening, they'll happen pretty quick, you know.
Well, Billy, it seems a golden opportunity.
Miss me, would you?
I always have done, love. But that doesn't mean for one moment that I would try and hold you back. You've only got one life, dear. And when you get to my age, you know how little that is. I'll always be grateful to you for the way you stepped into the breach when your father died.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, love. I have to get back to the bar anyway.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that's a nice dress.
Oh, do you like it, really?
Very nice. Look, if you're going off to the hospital, I've got the van outside. I'll run
Oh,
in.
there's no need to trouble.
That's no trouble.
Honestly, Billy, I'd rather walk if you don't mind. Might as well catch us home while we still got it.
OK.
You don't mind, do you?
Oh, there's no skin off my nose, kid.
Well, see ya.
Not if I see you first, you won't.
A flower show here in Coronation Street?
At the community centre, properly organised like, by the Parks Department.
Does Mrs. Sharples know about your little enterprise yet?
Not yet.
No.
Why, do you think she might be a bit difficult?
What about you sort of dragging trestle tables across her great hall and scattering dirt and water and decayed farm matter all on the polished floors? Well, I don't think she'd be difficult about that. Do you?
No. Just flaming impossible.
Are you off, love? Yes. Bye, Jenny. Bye.
Bye.
Who's the little dolly? New barmaid, is she?
Hardly the barmaid type, I should have thought, Councillor. Lorna happens to be the daughter of a very old friend of ours. She's our guest for a few weeks.
Do you think what I think about what she thinks about us?
With knobs on.
Oh, well, it's unanimous then.
Do you know, there's times in here I know exactly what a doormat feels like.
On a mucky night.
Give us a pint of your best bit of love. On Councillor Robert Slate. That's, of course, if there's room. And he hasn't got his name up in the corner shop window.
I want a word with you.
Oh.
Billy, I would have thought you would at least have offered to give Lorna a lift back to the hospital.
I did offer. She said she'd rather walk.
Well, she would, wouldn't she?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't expect somebody like her to get a nice new frock ruin riding in that mucky little van of yours, do you? I mean, even I've more sense than that. And I'm only a common barmaid type.
You're the councillor for this area, aren't you?
So?
Well, logically, you're the right person to tell her then, aren't you?
Yeah. Look, I don't want to appear thick or out like that, but I'm the right person to tell who, what.
Ina Sharples, about the flower show at the community centre.
You must be joking, mate.
Well, you're the flaming councillor for this ward.
Every inch of it, apart from that little patch of land between those 2 4 wards over the road. I abdicated full responsibility when I voted for you on the committee.
You flaming well knew this sort of thing was going to happen, didn't you? That's why you wouldn't let me put your name forward for that committee.
Alfred, what a nasty, suspicious mind you've got.
I say, I take it the fella who ordered this ale's going to pay me for it sometime, or do I have to stand here all rotten night?
Well, you heard the lady. Pay her.
You know, I've got a funny feeling something's upset that lad.
Oh, well, what do you think? It's a bit bucolic, but any port in a storm, eh?
Yeah, not exactly the chop house, is it?
Oh, with your car, US, we don't really have much choice, do we? Unless you'd like to settle for a canteen salad.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Maxwell, what an unexpected pleasure.
Hi, Mrs. Walker.
And this is...
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Peter Bromley, our General Office Manager.
So pleased to meet you. I'll deal with these gentlemen, thank you, Miss Lynch. And what is your pleasure?
I'd like a scotch and soda, please, and...
Gin and tonic.
With lemon and ice.
Yes, please.
And will you join us in a drink, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, very kind. I'll have a sherry, if I may.
Right, is that a lot then?
Oh, go on, I'll go mad and have a quarter of lime and licorice while we're at it.
Right.
You're over from the warehouse then, are you?
That's right, love.
Yeah, we seem to be getting quite a few of your girls in now. I must say, they all seem very happy in the work.
Oh, we like it. I mean, they want the pound of flesh, like, but we're very happy now. It's a cubby all, aren't we, Edna?
Yeah, no complaints so far.
And our supervisor, well, she's not to odd 5 minutes or so, is she?
She's got other things on her mind, that one.
Oh, she's right, you know. I mean, really, we shouldn't be talking, but, well, one of the bosses keeps coming in, you know.
Right, personnel manager. He's cracking up, he's checking up on staff.
Like as if... Of course, we're not saying there's out going on. I mean, we've seen nothing, but... Well, he's never away, is he, Edna?
She's right, he's never away.
That's 52 new pence.
Still, it's not to do with yours. Live and let live, that's what I say.
Live and let live.
I mean, just 'cause you're married, it don't mean to say you can't have a bit of fun, does it?
Yes, Alan, what can I get you?
Which office did you say you worked in?
Oh, did you get that? We look young enough to work in offices. No, love, we're in checking department.
The inspection department.
Oh, suit yourself. Ta-ra, then.
Ta-ra.
Cheerio.
You asked for that, didn't you?
Yes, and I got it. You're at the tech?
Yes.
Or the blackboard jungle?
It does get a bit like that sometimes.
Well, at least you're not in the States. From what I hear, they've started shooting their teachers over there, haven't they?
Only the ones they don't like.
So Alf Roberts hasn't seen you yet, then?
Not yet.
I had a funny feeling you wouldn't have, Summer.
Well, what's he want?
Oh, I can't tell you, though. You see, he asked me to promise that he could tell you the news himself.
What news?
I can't say another word, love. But one thing I can promise you is that it's going to bring a big splash of colour in your life.
Find a bidder, please, Bet.
Sure.
I must say, I didn't think that this place would be quite your scene.
Well, don't tell Mrs. Walker. We were on our way into town when our transport ran out. You see, my car's in for servicing, and Peter simply gave up the ghost.
Oh, I see.
You can't recommend a good garage, can you? I'd like someone to look at it this afternoon.
It just so happens there's a doctor in the house. Alan? These two gentlemen here seem to be having trouble with their cars.
Oh, what seems to be the trouble?
Oh, you tell me. I'm afraid when it comes to motor cars, I make a very good organ grinder.
Oh, good. Fellas like you keep fellas like me in business.
I think it's a starter motor. You know, it turns a switch and nothing happens.
Well, I'll come over and take a look at it. Is it the warehouse, is it?
That's right, yeah.
Who do I ask for?
Oh, either of us. I'm Peter Bromley, General Office Manager. This is Dennis Maxwell, Personnel.
Oh, is it? Well, my name is Howard. Alan Howard.
But you wouldn't be our Mrs. Howard's husband by any chance?
By every chance, yes.
Oh. Well, let me buy you a drink.
No, let me buy you one.
Morning, Councillor.
I'll do. Oh, aye. I saw her for you.
Hey?
Nina Sharples.
You saw her?
I did. And I told her.
You told her?
I told her you were looking for her.
Oh, thanks.
Think nothing of it.
Well, one for the road, Peter.
Not just at the moment, thank you, Dennis. I'll see you over there, shall I?
Yes, all right. Mr. Barlow?
No, thanks. I must be on my way too. I'll see you anyway.
Cheers,
Mr. Howard, a scotch to finish off
Yes,
with.
I'd like one. Thank you very much.
2 scotches, please, Mrs. Walker.
Have you ever thought what she'd be like if the Duke of Edinburgh suddenly went walkabout in Weatherfield and stuck his head through that front door? She'd have us in backyard, I reckon.
Oh, she wouldn't, you know. I've always had a very soft spot for the Duke of Edinburgh. I always used to dream about holding his polo pony.
Well, it takes all sorts, I suppose. Now, with me, it was always Roy Rogers and Trigger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I understand you had a bit of an up-and-downer with my predecessor, Pollard.
Yes, we had a few words.
I was glad we were able to sort out that little misunderstanding.
We were very glad when you came along and sorted it out.
Well, it's not every day one gets a chance to buckle on one's armour and save a damsel in distress. Not that it's all one-sided. Your wife is a very efficient lady.
Oh, thank you. Look, why don't you come along to the house one evening when the warehouse is closed and have a drink?
Oh, that's very civil of you. I'd like that.
Not at all. Tonight?
Isn't that a bit short notice? I mean for your wife.
No, she wouldn't mind.
That's very kind of you.
6 o'clock? Yes, fine. Cheers. Happy days.
Mrs. Sharples, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well, you've not shown much enterprise. I've been here for the last hour.
Can I get you another?
No, thank you. Well?
Well, the 7th of July is the date we've chosen for it.
What?
The flower show at the community centre. I dare say they'll have told you about it.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh, they should have told you. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, there's plenty of time yet. It'll be of interest to you, too. I mean, you'll be a flower lover if anybody is, Mrs. Sharples.
Well, I might be if my health allowed me to be.
Your health?
Hay fever. I've suffered from it, and I don't want it anymore. Thank you very much.
Hay fever.
Still, I wouldn't let that worry you. With all the resources of Weatherfield Corporation at your bidding, I don't suppose you'll find much trouble finding somewhere else to hold it, will you? Good afternoon.
Are you still here?
Oh, just going.
Oh, good. I'll walk you home.
What? I'm not going home. I've got some shopping to do.
Oh, all right. I'll see you there later on, then.
What?
I'll see you at your house later on.
Have you been drinking or something?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. With a chap called Alan Howard.
My Alan Howard?
You're Alan Howard, and I met him in the pub at lunchtime. He's asked me back for a drink after work tonight.
Oh.
You don't mind, do you?
No, I don't mind. It's just that I hope he's got something in. Because the last time I looked, all he'd got in the cupboard was 2 bottles of beer and half a glass of cooking sherry.
Well, I have been known to drink coffee in times of emergency.
Good.
6 be enough, then?
Yes, thanks. It's only a gesture, really. Auntie Annie won't let me pay a thing towards me keep.
She's not really your auntie, is she?
Oh, no, we're not related, Oni. Well, my mum and dad and Auntie Annie and Uncle Jack were great friends until we moved to Leamington. Oh, I think I was 6 at the time.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you go to primary school with Billy?
Yes, in Bessie Street. We used to fight like cat and dog. Right little monkey he was. But now, well, you couldn't hope to meet a nicer person, could you?
Yeah, that's true. There we are, then.
Thanks.
Darling.
See you.
Yep.
Hello, stranger.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Tanner.
Howard.
Oh, sorry, still catching up with the news.
It's all right, love.
Hey, I better go before I say something else wrong.
Oh, Maggie, I better have a tin of pork lunch and meat. We've got company.
Oh, yes.
Maxwell from the warehouse.
Oh, really?
You know, did you ever know a fella like man? He meets him for the first time in the boozer and then invites him round to supper tonight.
Was this at dinner time today?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, dear.
What's up?
Oh, heck, why does it always have to be me who's put in this position?
What position, Maggie?
Well, Elsie, don't read too much into this, will you? I mean, there's probably nothing in it, only something happened in this shop today, just before dinner when Alan was in. Something I think you ought to know about.
Soda?
Just a whisker, please.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. You were once in business for yourself, I gather.
Yes, I was.
Well, doesn't it bother you now, then, working for somebody else?
Oh, do you still?
I see you don't intend to stay working for somebody else, right?
Well, until something suitable presents itself, I intend to stay in the same job.
Yes, I suppose it is different when you're married.
Yes. You're not, I gather, married.
No. I suppose you could say I was so involved with my career, by the time I got around to women, all the good-looking ones were spoken for. That wouldn't be the story of your life, though.
No, the ladies always played a great part in my life, ever since I've been able to tell the difference. I don't think I'd like doing what you do, though, working with them all the time. But then I suppose you don't mind that.
Well, it depends on the woman.
What do you think of Elsie?
She's decisive. And when she can't get her own way, she at least doesn't burst into tears all over the place.
Not in public, anyway.
Well, that's what I mean.
So you have given her quite a bit of thought?
I give quite a bit of thought to all of them. I mean, it's my job.
Yes, but you think more about some than about others.
Well, I find some more complex than others.
Naturally. That's Elsie now.
Ah.
Sorry, there's a lot.
I'm not sure. She said she had some shopping to do. She calls it shopping.
Hello. You still here?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Hello?
Hello, love.
Like a drink?
Yes, gin. A large one.
I'll take care of those, Auntie Annie. You go back to the bar.
Are you sure, dear?
Yes, positive. That good-for-nothing son of yours can help. Come on, Willie Walker.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hang on a minute. Are you washer or wiper?
I'm a dipper and quicker and leave them to dry.
Right, off you go then. I'll wash and you'll wipe.
Oh, she's a bigger slaver driver than you are, Mum.
Oh, Auntie Annie.
Yes, love.
If I ask you something, will you think I'm daft?
Well, I never have up till now. What is it, dear?
Well, it's something I've always wanted to have a go at, only I've never really had the chance before.
What, dear?
I want to serve behind the bar. Now, I knew you'd think I was daft.
Well, if that's what you want to do, I really can't see any reason why not. Can you, Billy?
Well, I don't really know about that, Mum.
Oh?
Well, I mean, the conversation can get a bit torrid in there sometimes, especially when they've had a bevy or two.
What nonsense, Billy. A lady can command respect in the lowest quarters if she is a lady. Well, that's certainly been my experience.
Tonight, then?
Certainly, dear. You come through as soon as you're ready.
Great. And that takes care of another ambition.
Are you sure you won't stay to supper?
Yes, I'm positive, thanks. Look, in fact, I really must be moving now. Well, it's been very pleasant. I enjoyed it.
Not at all. We must do it again sometime.
I'd return the compliment, but unfortunately, all I have at the moment is an hotel bedroom.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Howard, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll see you out.
Thank you.
Oh, that was all very civilised.
Very.
Seems a very nice chap.
I told you he was.
So?
So?
So what about some of that supper you've been shopping for?
Luncheon meat butties?
That'll do fine for openers.
Half a bitter, did you say?
Yes, please, in a barrel glass.
Pardon?
One of these, love. Hey, just stop blinding my star pupil with signs, Ken Barlow. I mean, good barmaids aren't built overnight, you know. We're born, not made.
How very true.
Why, Mrs. Walker, I didn't know you cared.
Hay fever.
So she says.
She's never suffered from hay fever in her flipping life.
Well, she says she has. The thing is, what are we going to do about it?
Oh, well, of course, there's only one thing you can do about that, isn't
Then
there?
what's that, mate?
Well, when I think of something, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
Hey, in the meantime, hey, there was this fella, you see, he'd been happily married for about 20 years. He'd never been outside the house. But one night, all the lads come round. They all come round, you see. And they say, come out to this stag party. And it's mad.
Right.
Beautiful.
Two more over here, please, darling.
Right, don't look.
I'll get some.
Oh.
There's this big blonde, you see, this big, healthy blonde. She's sitting on his knee. She says, how about going back to my place then? All right?
You, had enough now, then, have you, kid?
Oh, no. I'm only just getting started to get the hang of it. Hey, I could stand this all night.
There's his wife. She got cream all over her face, her teeth are out, and they're in a glass. And come here, come here.
Do us a favour, will you, girls? Get her to jack it in now.
Oh, she's not coming to any harm, is she?
Just get her to jack it in, that's all.
I'll tell you something. You wouldn't mind me hearing one of Len's jokes.
No, no, me.
Which adds up to one thing.
She's different.
Oh, no.